Alright everybody, how you doing? Today we're going to be going over Introductory Microsoft Excel 2019. So, we're just going to go over the basic stuff here. We'll look at the menus up here, the different tabs. We'll look at the ribbon, some basic formatting, just overall a general summary of it. Nothing crazy, but a good way to jump in if you want to learn the program, and it's going to start off slow. Then we'll have videos later that basically go into each tab. So we'll do the home, we'll do insert, page layout, formulas, data, review, view, and so on all the way through this. So let's say we open up Excel. We'll go here, we'll look for new, and we'll just do a brand new workbook. There's a bunch of different templates here, and these things cover pretty much anything you'd want. So for example, if you're looking for, student schedule, a balance sheet, anything like this, bill paying, loan calculator, budgets for example. You can also type something right into here. So let's say calendar, a bunch of different templates there. But we'll just go with a blank worksheet. So we've got this, and one thing we're going to do is you've got, just to start off, the way you look at everything here, you have your columns. Those are all with the character here. So we've got, column J, column I, column F, column D, things like that. Then row 4, 5, 10, and so on. Now, these spreadsheets have a whole lot in them, especially the 2019 version. They've expanded it. It used to be, in 2007, I want to say like 46,000. Now you can go over 1 million. So, see, we got that right there. A lot of data you can throw in here. So, each of these individual boxes here, these white ones with the gray lines, these are called cells. So, in a cell, you can type things, you can do whatever. You can enter all your data, and there's a million ways to format it. So, for example, let's say we wanted to look at some stuff. We wanted to track how many phone calls we got and how many we answered over a week. Or we were just curious about it and wanted to do a little analysis. So we might say something like weekday, and then Monday, Tuesday. If you hit enter, you'll go right down just like that. Tab will take you to the right, and if you hold shift and hit tab to the left, hold shift, hit enter, it'll go up. Or you can always use the good old arrow keys, or you can do the tried and true click right where you want to be. So you go Wednesday, and then we can do a total maybe. So, but these bleed over here. So let's say we wanted to clean up how that looks. You can do one of two things. You can click right here, go there, double click just right between these two columns, A and B. So you've got the normal plus sign here, and let's say we wanted to make sure we did that. You go here, nothing happens, but it'll change to this arrow. Then here it goes to the arrows on the sides with the line up in the middle. Double click it, it will auto format. So you say something like that. And if you wanted to format it, we'll do the same thing. We'll go right between the C and the D, these columns here, and we have our plus, goes to the arrow, and then we see that icon change, and we just double click. There it is. And if you want to undo that, then you can hit Control Z, and that'll undo it. Control Y will do redo. So boom, 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 boom. You can do it however you want there. There are also some different, there are actual buttons on here, but those are going to be in the ribbon, and we'll go through that later. But speaking of the ribbon, that's what this is. The ribbon has all your different icons, things you want to do in it, and it's really how you do most of your formatting. A lot of your more advanced functions will go through the rhythm or the ribbon, even if you're going to, you can type them in as well. So for this, for example, let's say weekday, that's going to be the title. So we want it to pop out. Bold, right there. On the Home tab, we just went to bold. Let's say we wanted to move it over. You could type it in again here, or you can copy it. So you go copy, click where you want it, and then you hit paste. There we go. You can even do it again, and so on. So we can do that. Let's say we wanted to see another one, phone calls. It's too wide again. So between B and C, we look for that icon, double click, and there it is. So let's say we got, I don't know, 75200, wow, 0 on a Friday, that's bad. Let's say 9, and then Sunday 0. How about that? So we have our week total here. So here's something that you're definitely going to want to use. Let's say you want to add these up and see how many are in them. So we can click here, and the easiest way is you go right here on the Home tab again, and Autosum. So you click that. It's going to show you where it's going to add up. So that's what we want to see. Yep. And if you want to change it, you can just click and drag. So maybe there was something over here. You could do that. It would add these up. But right now we'll just go here, enter. There we go. We had 26 phone calls. So let's do calls missed. And then again, too wide. So right between C and D, double click, bam. Calls missed, we'll say 5, 3, 1, 0, 4, 2, and 0. And if we want to add it up again, we'll go good old Autosum right here, Home tab, on the ribbon, and click it, and we'll hit enter. So the next one will be calls answered. And again, find the icon, double click, and there it is. Then here we can do another function. So what we'll do, we can go, okay, 7, we missed 5, we answered 2. Or we can do equals, you click what you want here, we had a total of 7, and we want to subtract 5 from it, so we'll hit the minus sign, and then we'll click on the one we want. And then we just hit enter. Okay, so we have 2. Now let's say we change this. The cool thing about doing it this way is this will automatically update. So let's say you realize, oh gosh, I only missed 3 phone calls that day. Well, then I must have answered 4. So you just change the one that's incorrect. So calls missed. We don't have to delete it. We can just hit 3, and then we hit enter, and this cell's answered right here is going to update. 4. There you go. And the same with this one. Because it's auto-summing these, whenever they change, this total will change. So again, if we hit 1, like we'll enter a 1 here, we'll see this calls answered change, and we'll also see the calls missed change. And there it is. So one thing we can do again is we go here and we copy. Say we want to put this everywhere down here. All we have to do is copy, paste, paste, or you can just highlight all the ones you want and hit paste. And it does it for all of them. And every single one of these will update. So if you go 0, 2, you'll see that that changed and that changed. Or if you go 5, the 26 will change. Yep. And then we undo, Control Z. So also with this, the auto sum is adding this. This is adding this. So we can copy again, put it right there, and paste. So that way, when we copy and paste, we know we have consistency in the formula. There's no chance we hit anything wrong. It takes care of all the worry for us. Problem solved. So let's say that we want to put a title on this. We want to add another row here. So what we'll do is we will click on the 1, and it highlights the entire row. Then we're going to right click on the 1 after we've left clicked. So we go left click, and then right click. Then we just go right down here, insert, new row. So let's say we want this in, we'll say, weekly phone calls. But it doesn't look super clean. So we want it to be the title. We want it to be bold and stand out when we send this off. So we'll click it, and again, you see that it's right here. It's definitely too wide for this cell, because if we go to B, there's no information in here, even though it overlaps it. If we type information, it'll disappear. So let's say hi. But if you delete that, you go right here. Let's say we want it to be centered over all of this. We can either do this, which doesn't look great, or we can just highlight this, and we'll hit this one, merge and center, and there we go. It's a nice symmetrical looking situation. So let's say we want some uniformity. We'll go here, weekday, and we want phone calls, calls missed, calls answered to be the exact same. But let's say we did 5 or 6 different tweaks up here, and we don't remember what they exactly were. You hit this button, Format Painter, and then you can either click it on one, or you can click that and drag it across. And there we go. But sometimes formatting will change the size. So all we do is we'll click on these. Instead of just doing it for one row, if we have the whole column, it's going to do all of them. So we'll double click, and there we go. It did all of them for us. So maybe we want week total in bold as well. So we'll highlight all those. And we'll go bold. But again, we have this. Click, click, right between the columns. And this one we definitely want to be bigger. So we can go up here again, right on the ribbon. 10, say we want it in size 16 font. But we also want it bold, so we click the bold. Then we want it underlined. And there we go. Maybe we want the week total in italic, or italics. So you see, you can really play around with this and make it your own. It's kind of like a sandbox, and you can build that castle however you want. So if there's any issues in terms of how something needs to be formatted, it's all easily fixable. So with this, maybe we want a different font. All we do, click right here, so it's in Garamond. So let's say we want, yeah, there we go. Okay, and again, these things will all adjust, so maybe we want to widen those columns. We'll click them again, right in the middle with the icon, double click, and there it is. Nice and centered. So you've got your basic info here. And let's see, we can also format other things. How do we do that? Oh, we can add borders. So maybe we want it to be a little more boxy looking, or kind of have some pop against all these gray lines here. Maybe we want these ones to be different. So we'll highlight everything we want. Then you go right here, borders, click the drop down, and maybe we want them everywhere. So all borders. And there it is. Pops a little more, and we can also change the color. We'll go here. You see the different colors. So if you go over them, you'll see that it shows you samples. And as long as you don't click, they will go back to normal. So we went there. Oh, crud, I didn't want that one. What's our undo? Control Z. Control Z. So we're back to where we were. But you have more options if you hit this one. And we can go here, something like that, maybe there. We can do that, and there, and so on. So maybe I want to do this one up here, and the totals I might want to be something more like the total one. Okay, so we have that. And sometimes it will change the formatting on here. So let's say we still wanted these boxes and the borders all around it. So we'll just select again, right back there, all borders, and there you go. And again, we can do all this stuff right here. We have everything in there. Control Z if we don't like it. And if we did like it, Control Y. There it is. All right. So that wraps up some of the basics. I guess the only thing I'm going to go over on this is also you can change the formatting here. So let's say you wanted it to be a number with decimals. You just drop right here. It's in general right now. Click. Number. You can change it to accounting, you can change it to currency, which is more just where the dollars go, or the dollar signs and the spacing. And zeros will show up as the dash. And you can do, let's see, percentages. Really, there's any way you can do it however you'd like to. It just depends on what you're looking for. So one thing you'll see here, text, it's on the left side. So maybe we don't want it text, but you'll see like here, this is general. If we format it as text, Excel will automatically pick up a good amount of that. So the nice thing is it's sort of intuitive in terms of what the formatting is going to be, but there's always some tweaks you have to do. So it just depends on what you want. And yeah, that's it. Alright, thanks. I'll see you in the next video. And if you like this and you had something you wanted to see specifically, please leave a comment, let me know. And if you could like and subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. Alright, have a good one.